closer you are to the villa, the darker Alphion's mood becomes. Unbelievable. His face clouds with disapproval. You know what happens to the leftovers of the party? They are thrown to the dogs. The servants need to sneak in bites before they're releasing all that good food to the ground. I can feel their shame. Wow, fuck the rich. Should be ashamed, should be rage. We are here to put things right for them as well. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna make the servants feel better. You think the nobles will listen? That's why he's here, right? I hate forcing myself onto others, but if that's what it takes for them to grow a conscience. The gnarly roots and patches of moss of the woods make way for the even slabs of stones, and the sound of the song of the forest is drowned by the instruments of the minstrels. Upon seeing you, one of the Aquila, one of the Aquila valets opens his mouth, but no sound comes out of it. Alphion's eyes glow eerily. Your mask, dear. He recognized you. Sorry. Only when you conceal your face again does Alphion's thrall loosen. Pacified, the valet welcomes you inside the villa. Silas and Aleste are still in the servants' quarters. I had almost forgotten about them. Don't give me that look. They're friends to you, but acquaintances to me. How will they react once you reveal that you are the Lady of Dawn? Silas, in a sense, has always wished you were acting on her behalf, even when you showed her the dark powers of the Abyss. But what of Aleste? I have an idea. Why don't we pay them a visit and tell the servants of the goddess first, before their noble masters? Yeah. Time someone put them first. Will they even have time? Yeah, it's time someone put them first. A happy smile illuminates his handsome face. That's exactly what I was going for. He approaches one of the drapes that adorn the wall, only to reveal a smooth surface behind it. Alright, not that one. How did you even find the passages in the first place? I sensed people in the walls. What about this one? You pull a drape away to reveal a curved hole shaped like a doorway. It's so dark in there. You don't mind going first, right? The Abyss loathes what you are about to do, yet still loves you. Its gifts bestowed upon you are still yours, and the darkness reveals its secrets to you. Guided by your nose, you make your way to the kitchens. Hey, Aleste! Aleste's rich dress looks out of place among the pots and pans, chopping boards and plates, but she is not idle, as she is surprisingly skilled with a whisk. Fuck yeah! At her feet, Silas is annotating a map of the villa.
How do you want to do this? Do you want to enter as you, or as the Lady of Dawn?
I am their friend, the first and foremost.
And that's why I love you.
Yeah. He tucks your hair behind your ear and leaves a kiss on your cheek. You startle some of the servants as you emerge from the passage, but Aleste is quick to reassure them.
She's with me. Welcome back. I was looking all over for you. Where were you hiding?
I was in the walls.
I found the springs in the forest.
You look back, but Alphion has not come out yet. Perhaps he wants to stay concealed for your grand reveal.
Ruined the hem of your dress. Oh well.
I'm sorry. She stops whisking and pushes the bowl onto the table.
Where's your beloved?
He's been treating you well, right?
Oh yeah.
He is wonderful, Silas. He has helped me realize something you've always been telling me.
Oh my god.
Something I have been telling you?
The goddess works in mysterious ways, doesn't she?
Sudden wind makes a tree outside dance and the fronds part to flood the room in sunlight. She is not real, yet that felt like an omen sent by her.
She has blessed me.
The shadows gnaw at you, yet adore you. You are the Abyss's beloved and beloathed. You cast the darkness aside, banish it to a corner of the room, and in its absence there is only pure light. Ah, hell yeah, I'm a god.
What is happening?
Around you, the servants have stopped working. Without shadows, the kitchens look otherworldly in their mundanity. Behold the miracle of... Oh, okay, be not afraid is very angel-esque, but behold the miracle of dawn is really, like, dramatic. Be not afraid, gaze upon ceaseless watcher.
I'm not here to hurt you, but to bless you.
I'm a god.
You, hidden away, burned and mistreated, are not forgotten.
Yeah. Some of them lower the hands that were covering their eyes to look at
The
you.
Lady of Dawn has chosen me to speak for her. and has chosen you to be the first to know that through me, she walks among mortals.
The guise of pure light cast on the kitchen is frail like spider
Let
silk.
me show you.
The shadows you banish simmer like the sea before a storm. You collect them all within and become a vessel for their roiling anger. They love you, they resent you, they obey you. And in their eyes, the darkness transfigures you. You are a creature of blood and shadows, of deep darkness and immortal urges. They are filled with fear and wonder, but have nothing to fear. You are the comfort of the womb, of the night shared by lovers, the ache of compassion, and a well of inexorable feelings that cannot be contained within the heart, within one heart alone.
What are you?
I am a god, motherfuckers. And where you could be hunger, you're instead satiety. You could be doubt, you choose to be clarity.
I am Dawn, her chosen.
Yeah. You have been created by the violence and love of 1,000 and more souls, betrayed for the hope of the goddess. You dismiss the shadows, and one of the servants burst into tears. They drop their tools to gather around you, overwhelmed by a sanctity they cannot contain in their hearts alone. Aleste is the first to trace a symbol of the goddess in the air. With a shaky hand, Silas quickly follows, as do the servants.
You speak the truth.
Wow, mortals are easy.
Isn't it?
To think that we...
Uh-huh, yeah. Believe what you
My
want.
lady, what are we to do for you?
Get good food. Eat. Rejoice and be merry. Ask nothing of you. Stop toiling for those who cannot see you as people. Spread the word of Dawn's miracle. Yeah, fuck your owners. Fuck the people you work for.
Stop toiling for those that cannot see you as people.
Yeah. One of the servants locks eyes with you and slowly removes her beet juice stained apron, and you nod in approval. Seeing them filled with joy and hope gives you purpose, but you can't stay too
I am
long.
to show myself to your masters, and I won't be as kind to them.
Once you manage to wrangle yourself out of the kitchen, you return to a passage to see Alpheon waiting for you.
You didn't even need my help.
Ah, thank you. How'd I do?
I felt that too, you know. I felt you.
His smile is almost bashful.
You were magnificent.
Thank you. He hands you back your Dogati
Are
mask.
you ready for an encore?
Yeah. The stuffiness of the ballroom has taken much of the luster away. Despite that, the dances are still ongoing, kept polite and orderly by the chaperones that line the walls.
Oh, look who's there.
Oh hey, buddy! Ascanio is among the crowd, stiff and dour, engaged in conversation with an elderly couple.
Spectacles are gone. I guess he only wore them to fool me. They were tinted.
Oh, you fucker!
A clever
That makes
trick.
sense.
I always wanted to see how they'd look on me. Maybe I can get his old pair.
He squeezes your hand. You make your way through the crowd until you see the smothered floor where the dances are taking place. Your heart skips a beat and you lower your mask. Alpheon's magical silence plunges into the dance hall. The minstrels stop performing, the dancers take idle stance, the chaperones stop talking. Pure and perfected, the silence addles the senses so suddenly that you already see nobles panicking. You step out of the crowd, and your heels are the only sound being carried by the air, amplified by the echo of the dance hall. What up, it's me, God. You command their attention with a face most of them recognize. It's Miss Legrande terrorized the Queen's dance for over a decade, and yet here she is again, even in death. Fingers point at you, mouths sputter, but no sound comes out of them.
I am dead, yet I walk among you.
Oh yeah, that is very fucking true. What a power move. Your voice, the only sound in the dance hall, is carried with clarity to those already transfixed by the miracle in front of their own eyes.
In her mystery, the goddess has chosen this vessel to speak for Dawn.
All around you, the shadows boil with rejection, something they are incapable of feeling. Doesn't the abyss accept all? And so they pervert themselves, losing their own nature. Hee hee hee. You fucked up.
Comfort has dulled you and made you not only complacent but avid. Instead of sharing your riches with the city, you covet and covet, removed from those you are supposed to rule.
Among the well-dressed crowd, someone catches your eyes. A pale man with ink-dark hair, heavy eyes, and a nose similar to yours, your brother, the new patron lord of the House Legrande. He makes a grand gesture, yells something that only he can hear in his mind. Alphion's voice intrudes your thoughts. You could make an example of the situation. Hell yeah! Fuck my brother!
These are the tenets of Dawn.
Not keen on being ignored, he pushes 2 valets toward you, and they begin to charge you. Oh, can't do shadow powers. I can swat them away like flies, or I can mind control. I'm gonna mind control. It's fun. Power swells within you, and all you need to do is twirl your finger to have them turn abruptly and run back to the patron lord.
Now that those pests have been taken care of.
All around you, the nobles cry out for the warden. The crowd parts to reveal Ascanio. Do they expect him to subdue you and to unveil your lies? With a smile, he bends the knee to you. Hell yeah. Teamwork, Beba. Emboldened by his trust in you, you speak once again, only sound in the dance hall.
These are the tenets of Dawn.
Ooh. Deliver them with pathos, leave room for interpretation, deliver them imperiously. Be crystal clear. Crystal clear.
You shall nurture hope. Upon seeing the urchin, the vagrant, and the starving, you will not avert your gaze, no! You will aid them so that they might live another day.
Yeah, that's right. Help the people.
You shall cherish understanding, curb ignorance, spread knowledge, and the city will flourish. Remember, what you wish upon others, you wish upon yourself.
It's a do unto others situation. You lock eyes with the valet to try to hurt you.
As these 2 just showed. Now go, bathed in her splendor.
I became a god. Just as you pause to breathe in, your vision darkens and a voice roars in your mind.
Such a spectacle is no match for the glory of the abyss, the darkest hour.
I have disappointed the abyss. The whisper, power to be, rips itself away from you much like a scab would, but it cannot exist outside of you, outside of the abyss. Wanes and disperses like ashes in the wind, and your vision returns to you through the pounding ache in your eyes.
Go and deliver her word.
Alphion's encirclement? I can't read. Alphion's encirclement shatters like glass, and the crowd's cries form a cacophony that is too much for you to bear. Before you can show any more weakness, a pool of shadows bubbles under your feet and swallows you whole. Your body is undone, turned to darkness, and only your mind is left. Ascanio's doing. You slither over the cracks in the wood and boards of the floor, crawl over the wall and spill out of the window and over the foliage. Pulled along, you coil around pebbles and mud until it's time to climb the wheel of the carriage. Hey, my boys! Once you're inside, the shadows spit you out onto the plush linings of the seats. Well, that was rude. You could have asked me before dragging me with you. She needed an escape. I knew she'd want you at her side. He is correct. You find refuge in Alphion's arms, still shaken. The soul that was guiding me left without granting me power. Do not let that sour your victory, my love. You were radiant like dawn. Thank you. I tried. The well-dressed rabble needed the stern tone you reserved for them. You finally allow yourself to smile. I'm exhausted. A great clamor comes from the forest, the barking of dogs, a tremor of hooves. The hunters are back to the dance, back to hear of her word. I could take you back to Carolis if you wish. What of Aleste and Silas? The crunching of gravel announces someone's presence. Out of breath, Aleste leans against the carriage. Yes, what of me? Yeah, let's not leave my best friends. Please. Pretty please. Her head pokes through the open window. You made it. I ran out as soon as I saw you disappear. Where is Silas? She told me that she wanted to stay, that the chaos was a perfect excuse to snoop around some more. More and more are leaving the villa. If you don't depart now, the gates will be stuck. Aleste exchanges a couple of words with the coachman and switches places with Ascanio. A bit of a tight fit with me in here, isn't it? Apologies. I'll sit on his lap. It's fine. Ascanio, are you not coming back with us? Someone has to deal with the aftermath. Ascanio rolls his eyes but doesn't deny it. Farewell. With loud neighs, the carriage moves. You lean on Alpheon, who welcomes you in his arms. You must have many questions for me, Aleste. I know better than to ask about someone who's falling asleep as she's talking. She winks at you. Cherish understanding, That steals a chuckle out of you. Any hope that the matron lady will leave you alone after what just happened? For the moment, yes, I am sure I will soon have to answer to her. One thing I must know, however, the Lady of Dusk, will she also walk among us as well? I have great news for you. You are in the presence of her right now. She's just chilling right next to me. I'm sure she will, but you know her. She does have a wicked sense of humor. That she does. Their words sound so distant. Alpheon's scent is comforting. The plush inside of the carriage welcomes you like a baby would. Baby? Like a bed would. The clopping of horses become a lullaby. Hey, your slumber is... I can read. I can read really well. Your slumber is disturbed by a gentle voice. You find yourself in your room and the refrain, curled around Alpheon. Hey, Atri. Can we talk? In front of you, Atri lowers her hood to look at you. Wouldn't you have waited until daybreak? I love how we're not even out of the dress. We are still in full gown. I'm pretty sure the corset's taken off. Alpheon is awake too and sits up. The Abyss told me it was paramount that I found you. Wasn't the dance supposed to last 2 days? You're still in Aleste's dress. But of the darkest hour. Alpheon exchanges a nervous glance with you. I'll explain. We met the prodigal one, Atri. Ascanio is his name. Didn't hurt you, did he? We simply talked. Boundless desire to do good, focus on the pain that has guided him for centuries, put emphasis on his simmering rage, tell her about the impressive deeds. I think the pain that guides him. His grief, Atri, was similar to yours, ancient and sacred. When she took you to that cemetery, she shed fresh tears for her beloveds, just like Ascanio did. Much like you, he has let his grief dictate his actions. All he has done was in hope that nobody had ever had to experience such pain. A curious choice of words. Alpheon, show him to me. Alpheon's eyes steal the moonlight to glow like the depths of the abyss. Her own eyes are unfocused and lost for a moment until her thoughts return to her. A wolfish grin spreads across her face. You let his lies sway you. He was very convincing. Also, it's kind of fun to be God. Her voice is low and dangerous. With the panicked smile of someone cornered, Alpheon turns to you. Didn't lie to us, we could turn falsehoods into reality, the truth of the abyss is not what's best for the city. He didn't lie to us. He convinced you to turn against the sacred word of truth of this world. We can give hope to the worthy and punish the wicked, and we are creatures of darkness. Forever petrified in time after our last breath, undead, unliving. You want to be seen as a flaming herald of the sun when it is the opposite of your nature. Yeah, I do. We were robbed of what makes mortals, so that we could be impartial judges and executioners of its will, not some false goddess. So you say, while you insist on getting your hands dirty on behalf of those too scared to do so themselves. Why take on burdens too heavy for the heavens if the skies are empty? Why ease the fears of mortals if they're unfounded? The idea of the ladies gives mortals fortitude, but it does not make it any less of a lie. He steps back into the shadows. I will be back. Farewell. Uh-oh. Wait, Atri. She's gone. She ambushed me before I could come up with something proper to tell her. Typical. And once she realized she couldn't win, she retreated. Ugh. Bah. He lies back down. You know, I was almost afraid Ascanio himself would show up while we were talking about him. He's not around, is he? He's shrewd enough to avoid Atri by avoiding us. How are you feeling, by the way? Better. I don't know what made me so exhausted. He pulls you closer in an embrace. Your eyes look tired still. Tomorrow will be a big day. We should rest as much as we can. Why am I in the dress, though? Please get me out of the dress. Oh, fuck, my back. big stretch. Two curt knocks on the door awaken you. Next to you, Alpheon is suffused with the golden light of the morning, breathtakingly beautiful as only he can be. Laverna, await your judgment. Ascanio. Barely daybreak. All the more reason to act. I will meet you downstairs once you are ready to leave. You hear him walk away. Rise and shine, bitch. You ask so nicely. His braids are splayed on your pillow like rivulets of blood.
I like it.
You twirl one of the braids around your fingers. Like what you see? Very much, yes. But she's like to fool around in the washroom with him. Aw, come on! Give me this one moment. You keep your hands to yourself and your steps light, so as to not awake Aleste or brother Mattia. Ascanio is waiting for you downstairs. Good morning. In much higher spirits now, Alpheon greets him with cheer. I know you didn't ask, but you'll be happy to know that we survived an ambush by the Admiral. Look. The Admiral herself. She wasn't pleased with what we told her. She has always struck me as someone who values actions more than words, which is exactly why I want you, Alpheon, to facilitate a parley with her while Chessie and I handle the Laverna. You do know she despises my very existence, right? How misguided of her. Your existence is a gift to everyone around you. Hey, Alpheon, we can get a third. I'm sure we can bring Ascanio into the pile. Alpheon doesn't know whether to smile or frown. He is right. You smile at him and the compliment finally sinks in. In that case, I'll head for the rose. He lowers himself to leave a kiss on your nose. I'll see you there. Once your beloved leaves the guest house, Ascanio gives you his full attention. I will be coming with you. Given the power you lost by rejecting the Abyss, it's probably for the best. From what I have observed, you have robbed the Laverna of their secrecy, their most lethal weapon, but do be careful still. I have seen their leader, and I know how to reach her. What do you intend to do with them? We're neutering them. It's good for the hopes of the world. Wicked as they are, they could teach the rest of the city a thing or two. Want to rehabilitate them? Change in leadership might be enough. Someone to stir them towards grand mercantile ambitions instead of theft and murder. Someone like Renza of La Marina, an artisan first and a charlatan second. We'll use the shadows to infiltrate their cove. You close your eyes and surrender to the darkness that light creates. Your body ceases to exist, welcomed by the eager of shadows. Among them, you are pure thought, free and unbridled. You can sense Ascanio within the darkness, close yet distant all the same. Together you slither across the cobblestones, climb walls, and spill onto leaves and branches. The shadows pool in crevices, and you jump from one to another, quick as your mind allows you to be. You head to the courtyard with a suspiciously plain door, and sounds come from the other doors. The clacking of spoons on pans, yawns, and prayers, but only the deadly silence awaits beyond Laverna's cursed entrance. You slide into the small gap underneath to be welcomed by pure darkness. The spiraling staircase carved into the soft rock is familiar to you, and so are the tunnels and their iron bars. Despite the early hour, Laverna keep their space patrolled. The guards are hopelessly bored. One is sharpening her dagger, another one is carving a statuette out of a large bone. You ignore them and jump from shadow to shadow. You are not familiar enough with the layout of the maze to find your way on the first try. Blech. But it doesn't take long either. Ascanio's thoughts mingle with yours for a brief moment. He's impressed at the sophistication of the hideout. Grampy! Hello! How are you, Grampy? How was your Friday? Mwah! You weren't within the shadows. The maze, the jail bars, and the guards would have been excellent deterrents. The cove itself is surprisingly quiet. Like two guards stroll from brazier to brazier, speaking in hushed tones. Only a few lamps are lit inside the tents at the center of the cavern, where the lieutenants rest in comfort and not on the bare rocks like the rooks curled in the alcoves. Blech. Good, I'm chilling and playing some Rivals of the Gang. Good luck in Rivals! I'm sending my blessings! I am manifesting good matches for you. Kill them, murder them, destroy them. Send my love to everybody. Mwah! You expected more of them to be awake by this time. Will Laverna herself also be defenseless in her slumber? I'm going for the leader. Your lieutenants are not your mark. She is. She's kind of a bitch. You head to Laverna's private chambers. The entrance to the small cave is flanked on either side by guards with heavy limbs and sleepy eyes. Yeah. Mwah mwah. The desecrated statue by the throne captures a silent scream. Concealed from sight, you take a moment to study it. Who could have depicted before? A dagger flies out of the room, slicing the air to spear the ground right where you are. Even Ascanio is surprised. What up, bitch? Laverna emerges from her bedchambers with bloodshot eyes and several more daggers in her vest. Something is different about her. She looks worse for wear.
Must you skulk in the shadows instead of showing yourself?
Now.
A wine-stained chalice rolls out from under the drape. The darkness coalesces into your shape, and you stop the rolling chalice with your foot. When you raise your eyes to meet hers, Laverna's expression is exhilarating. The abyss within her is a vortex of anger, fear, and confusion. You look nothing like a monster. But appearances are deceiving. She's proof of that herself.
You're that Legrand that came back from the dead.
Yeah, I am. It's me, God.
She has heard of what happened at the dance. Good.
Why do you think dawn has come for you?
She scoffs. The knuckles around the dagger turn pale as her grip grows more vicious.
Dawn? Don't make me laugh. You might prop yourself up as the avatar of the goddess, but no being of light would slither in the dirt like a snake.
I can be both. If you didn't burrow like the worm, I wouldn't have come down here. You know nothing of me. I am not propping myself up. I am the Lady of Dawn. Proved useful, didn't it? I'm the Lady of Dawn, motherfucker.
I'm not propping myself. I am the Lady of Dawn.
Yippee! Ah, hold on a second. E. Wahoo!
And how radiant you are, nestled within the shadows, like they're your home.
Mm-hmm. Her grimace makes her pale eye look crazed.
The false sun blinds the city from truth. You know this, so why pretend?
She gestures at the desecrated statue, whose eyes and lips have been chipped away.
Savages in pretty clothes, warring over petty things, and when the end comes, it sweeps all into its embrace. Rich or poor, old or young, death doesn't care. The heavens are as empty as the hells.
She understands the abyss without even knowing its name.
Yeah, you are, misguided girl, thinking that my death will change something.
It will.
The city has
Fuck
already
you.
changed. It knows of the Laverna. Your secrecy is no more.
I'm not gonna hear her out. She killed a guy and put him in the water.
Naive of you to think that secrets are our only strength. Without me, the Laverna will fall into disarray. Factions will arise, and they won't fight here, no. They will make the streets their battlefield until a new leader arises.
I'd almost fear for the city, had I not already someone in mind to serve as your replacement.
Yeah. It will take years to change the Laverna from within, but someone like Renza might be enough to steer them towards mercantile aspirations instead of murder and extortion.
Allow me to propose an alternative. I command an army. It could serve you.
I'm good. I don't need an army. I'm too powerful.
I believe, what's her name? She proved useful to you.
Cold dread drenches your heart. How does she know of
She
Silas?
didn't approach me on your behalf.
But she was of use to you. That you can't deny. Silas has been a great asset to you. Imagine having an army of equally capable people at your beck and call.
I got people. She calls them people, but she doesn't see them as such. They could very well be sharp daggers in her eyes. Life has lost its sacredness in her eyes, and that's why the abyss she understands so deeply is repulsed by her.
Imagine having an army incapable of finding a single priest.
Yeah, that's true. Y'all are bad at your job. You know just what to say to have white-hot hatred burn within her eyes. Your success as protecting Brother Mattia is her failure.
You're the one behind his escape.
Yeah.
Indeed I am.
Her eyes dart to the wine-stained chalice at your feet.
Laverna and the false son have always had an intimate relationship. One a handful of priestlings should not have concerned themselves with.
Lies.
She scoffs.
Naivety. The false son gave us the graveyard, pillow houses, and fresh mines to mould to my heart's content.
No shame, you're horrified, your blood boils with rage. Why are you telling me this?
Why are you telling me this?
Mine is a warning. All that I have to offer will be lost in infighting if I die. Spare me, and the Laverna will be yours to command. Kill me and suffer the consequences.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do another save. She is right when she says that her death could spark war in the streets, but you could act fast and prop up a new leader before the infighting grows out of control. You hope.
Perish.
She clicks her tongue. It's the only warning she gives you before lunging toward you with her knife drawn. Ascanio!
Ascanio!
These shadows take Ascanio's shape. Laverna's knife slices the air before clattering to the ground. She staggers, looking lost, before her legs give out. Ascanio catches her before she falls and props her onto her throne.
What did you do to her?
Her blood is addled with wine. I used that to induct the stupor.
Oh, damn. She's still alive. You slip the dagger from her loose fingers and weigh it in your hands. Ascanio looks the other way once you plunge it into her chest. The metallic smell of blood fills the room. Her life flows freely out of the wound, sapping warmth from her. Instead of the welcoming embrace of the dusk, all she gets is a death as cold as steel. Her soul gurgles out of her lips, disdainful of you for one last moment before dissipating into the abyss. I mean, she was a bitch, so I don't know what to tell you. Now that she is gone, what of the others? Stripped of their secrecy, the Laverna must discard their old name and values if they want any hope of surviving the ire of people. Someone like Renza might be perfect as a new leader. Talk with Renza. It is too idealistic to think that Laverna could shed their criminal past to grow into a legitimate merchant company? Perhaps, but who are you if not the Lady of Hope? We tell Ascanio of your intentions. I fear it might not be as easy as you imagine, but you have my full support. In them, you see potential, from forgeries to unique designs, from extortion to bodyguarding. You see them keep some of their methods, but apply them to different purposes. Yeah. The Laverna's fate is sealed. You displease the Abyss with your rebellion, but it can't bear to loathe you. Its powers courses through your veins, invigorating, addicting. You who serve the prodigal one, please the Abyss with your deeds. You brought death onto the perfected one, bathed in its truth, yet blind to its glory. All returns to the Abyss. Hey, I got a power up. Brain power.
Yippee!
The stench of death is beginning to seep out of her fresh corpse. You are done here. I got max mind control.